How's it going, folks? Thought I should post a little bit of an update on what's going on around the place, things as there hasn't been a growing video on this channel for a while now. Pretty much all we've just been flat out doing other bits and pieces, spending time with family, and you know, things have happened. You've probably seen them in other videos. But I thought I'd give you a bit of where we're up to on the grow wise around the farm here. Starting off with what I got up to today. So today, it may not look like much, but I finally cleared off this little pad here. This little pad here was the old dog enclosure the owners used to lock their dogs up in when they went out, because there was a few feral wild dogs around here, as we found out. That little enclosure was so wobbly, we had to pull it down a couple of months ago. And I finally got around to cleaning this off today, so you've got to be happy there, Dave. A little bit of progress has been made. This is where we're going to end up planting out our first little garden patch. We do have some other bits and pieces growing, I'll show you that in a minute. But this area here needs to be fenced off first because we have a lot of wallabies that come into the yard in the afternoon and also first thing in the morning. If we put any hydroponics or any plants in here, basically they would smash through them. They're not too fond of pumpkins, so that's why that one and another one I'll show you has survived so far. But yeah, any leafy greens here would just be smashed in a matter of hours basically, as soon as they shot through. So what we've done is we've removed a fence. I've posted this on the farm channel, more about that later on, but there was a fence that went behind these hoop house tunnels and all around the chicken coop area. I've pulled that down and I'm going to build a little bit of an enclosure here around this area. The only issue we have is we are fairly sure there is a power line that runs into this shed here for that pump. That was the first shed on the property, and we have a feeling there's a power line that runs across the front here into this shed here and then again into the next shed. So I don't want to just be hammering in star pickets into the ground down here in case I break the cable. So we're just trying to work out where the cables are. Might have to work out some sort of other bracing for the fence around here to begin with. But yeah, a wire enclosure to stop the wallabies going in. That is on the cards this week. I'll be doing that, and hopefully I'll end up setting up some Hucho buckets. Thank you very much, Mitch. He did give us some, and I'm going to put them on a reservoir and just a little bit of an experiment, soil versus hydro in there. We'll see how that goes, and a couple of wicking bits and pieces, because we've got to start growing our greens. It's getting beyond a joke here at the moment. Over here, we have a beautiful volunteer pumpkin. This one here has given us 2 fruit, we definitely know are on. There's this one here, and there's another little fruit just down in there. There's a little fruit hiding. You might be able to make it out just up in there. And we definitely know there'd have to be other fruit in there because there were a load of female and male flowers on when it was growing down towards the front here. I am mowing it back though, because otherwise it'd just take over this whole area. So I'm just sort of coming out the front around that fruit. And down there, these hoop houses here, they're going to be moved over to this area here. Actually going to raise them up around about 1 metre just to give us a little bit more working height in there. It'll be easier for me because I'm about 6'1", just to work in there, get some wires up maybe if we do some tomatoes or something along those lines. And we're also going to take those tarps off and put insect netting on, because we really don't need hot houses here. I think, yeah, we're going to be warm enough to grow all through winter. In fact, Darren, g'day Darren and I, we had a great time with you yesterday. He said his ginger grows all the way through up here. Not a lot of green growth, but yeah, it does put on some rhizome. So he's just south of us at Harvey Bay area. So we're going to, yeah, set up some aquaponics in there. We've got power to this shed. This shed here is moving over to the other side of this shed here. We're going to make it so there's a door coming out this side, a door coming out that side, and there may be a bit of a lean-to on the back here where we hold the fish. Yeah, all that's up in the air at the moment because we, yeah, basically just need to start growing some veggies. The chicken area's been modified a little bit. Bit of a spoiler for you folks on the farm channel. We've taken down the old chicken coop and broken it down so we can get into it, put some more floorboards on it, reclad the outside, and we'll move it elsewhere. We've got 2 new residents coming in, fingers crossed, in a couple of weeks. We're picking up Bianca's mother's chickens from down south while Bianca's down there for work, bring them up, and they'll live in there for a couple of days till they get used to it, know where it is, that it's home and they need to roost in there. And yeah, we're going to make up a bit of a day pen, but this little area here will no longer be a chicken area. It'll just be part of the paddock. because there will be a fence that comes across here and then up, and yeah, you'll see that later on. But yeah, as for what's growing on, we've pretty much all got this pumpkin here and a massive one over there in that pig pen. It's pretty much all taken over the whole pen to a degree. There's runners out everywhere, even some into the paddock over the back there. So that's what's going on growing wise. Now comes for the interactive portion of the video. Bianca and I have been chatting about maybe merging the farm channel back over here to this aquaponic one. Mainly because the algorithm doesn't like the amount of videos we're posting at the moment, and I know I can manage one video a week, and that, you know, this channel was started growing food in the backyard. It was a backyard farm before I was even doing aquaponics, so we're considering moving all the content from that channel back over here. It's, you know, something we'd like a little bit of input from you guys who've been following us for, you know, over a decade. Some of you folks there. So if you could let us know down in the comments below with either a yes, meaning yes, move the content over, or a no. If you could put that down in the comment section, we'd really appreciate it. Help us, you know, try and work out what we need to do going ahead, because I've got a lot of content like the chickens that we'd like to post, and it really fits in both channels. It fits in the farm channel as well as over here in the backyard farming channel, or the bits out the back farming channel. Maybe we should call it aquaponics and bits out the back farming channel, or something along those lines. So, you know, any input from you guys there, we really would appreciate it. But don't worry, there will be aquaponic content coming. Crossing my fingers, there will be an aquaponics Q&A coming to the channel, as I may have mentioned, next weekend. I know I asked about a month and a half, 2 months ago maybe now, to leave your aquaponics questions below. I do have a load there, and I will be running them through maybe 2 videos because there were a number to get through. They may not be relevant for the people involved, but they will be relevant for other people who have questions about starting their own aquaponics system, or maybe issues they're having with their current system. But anyway, I will wrap it up there. That's enough rabbiting on from me. I do hope your aquaponics and your gardens are booming, and your farms if you happen to have one, and I will catch you next video, maybe even Bianca. Cheers folks, and happy growing.